1920 to 1941 Politics and Power. So, it's 1932, and Hoover has just screwed everything up. The guy's stuck on the gold standard. He has no response to the Great Depression. It's a Great Depression. And to top it all off, he built himself a dam. Thankfully, FDR gets elected, and we get a taste of his favorite dinner, alphabet soup. In his first week of office, FDR calls for an emergency banking office and closes all banks, basically because he can. This act helps keep money in the economy by installing trust in the American people. He eventually passes the Glass-Steagall Act, which is enacted as a response to the failure of thousands of banks during the Great Depression. He passes the first New Deal legislations, which were basically tons of government programs that helped those struggling as a result of the rising unemployment rates. He created administrations like the Civilian Conservation Corps and the Works Progress Administration, both of which employed thousands of Americans who had been previously unemployed due to the lagging economy. He called this putting the people back to work again. This great expansion of federal power, due to the various New Deal legislations, led to the Second New Deal, which promoted social welfare. FDR made it his mission to help all the American people, not just those who were struggling. For example, the Native American Reorganization Act of 1934 allowed for the increase of Indian self-government and self-rule. FDR's main course during the Second New Deal, Social Security, changed the way the federal government provided social welfare to the people. Social Security allowed for old-age pensions, retirement funds, funds for the disabled, and funds for single mothers who demonstrated financial need. With this major piece of legislation came the creation of the new welfare state, which now began to not only financially look out for the people, but also promote the general welfare of the people. It was the federal government's job to do so, not the state governments, to look out for the people, thus creating the notion of New Deal liberalism in America. Now everyone thinks we're socialists. In all seriousness, Social Security caused a lot of controversy because it was the first of America's welfare acts. Conservative Republicans hated it, moderate liberals found it too liberal, but FDR loved it, so there's that. He believed that the government not only had the responsibility to financially care for its people, but also socially. Another reason why this period is awesome is because of FDR's legendary fireside chats. These chats urged the country to remain confident while enduring their financial struggles and restored confidence in the public, as well as formed a tighter bond between the president and his people. The fireside chats changed the way the president communicated with his citizens. Overall, through FDR's famous welfare state and impactful New Deal legislations, he effectively employed nearly 8 million Americans, created new social welfare agencies that remain intact today, and lastly established New Deal liberalism. 1921 to 1940 saw the drastic change from limited government to a powerful government that promoted the welfare of its people while expanding presidential powers. It's a battle that we are still fighting today. While the Republicans and Democrats are, no one really knows what Trump really is doing.